teenager from her home in the middle of the night.
We thought we lived in a safe neighborhood, and now we're not really sure what's going on here.
A family, a community, on edge, but comes together to pray for her safe return. Are police any closer to bringing Ayvani Perez home? Racing America starts right now.
She was snatched from her home overnight.
2:15 in the morning in this suburb of Atlanta.
If you could just stop what you're doing for a second, take a look at your screen right now. Abducted during a home invasion.
About a frantic search underway for a 14-year-old girl kidnapped apparently in a late-night home invasion.
They demanded money and jewelry.
Police have released 2 sketches of the suspect.
2 suspects came in the back door. The mother actually tried to hide the 2 kids. They kidnapped the 14-year-old girl.
Well, we've got breaking news now in that missing girl case. An Amber Alert remains in effect for the 14-year-old. She was taken at gunpoint, as we mentioned, nearly 34 hours ago. Police in Clayton County, Georgia, just out of Atlanta, releasing these sketches of the suspects that you've just seen. We want you to take a good look at those because cops still need your help in finding these 2 men and, of course, Ayvani. Now, about 100 people, mostly Ayvani's friends and former teachers, turned out at Dutchtown High School Tuesday night for a candlelight vigil. They prayed for her safe return and still don't know why anyone would have taken her. Kids are pretty upset. Their friends missing. Dr. Tiff, how do you even talk to those parents? You heard the neighbors in the neighborhood. They said they thought they lived in a safe neighborhood. They're worried about their kids now, their community.
Right, because we don't have answers. We don't know why this happened and if there's any connection to really any other type of activity. And so these parents are asking the right questions. What can we do to prevent this from happening to our kid? If there's no known cause for this, if we don't know why it's happening, then what makes our kid not the next target?
Well, I can tell you, as a prosecutor in Fulton County, which is an adjacent county to Clayton County, where I think this happened, we have seen a rash of these home invasion break-ins, and they're usually done by gang members.
But aren't they usually done during the day? Like,
no,
2 o'clock in the morning seems...
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. They are what is unusual, and what this may not be gang related, but we have seen a lot of these home invasion type robberies, and when it happens late at night like this, it does make you wonder if there was something else going on at that home, if there's more of a personal connection to it. But it looks like one of those gang-related home invasion robberies.
Well, let's ask more questions. We've got Sergeant Kevin Hughes from the Clayton County Police Department, I'm told, on the phone now. He just called in. Sergeant, I don't know if you could hear part of our conversation there, but do you know anything about these suspects? Do you believe it's gang-related? Do you believe that these 2 suspects know the family?
Right now, as it stands, we don't have any indication that they may have any knowledge of the family. It appears to be some horrible random act.
So it definitely looks like it's random. You don't see a connection at all to anything sketchy.
Well, I don't have any knowledge of that right now. We are working with our state agencies as well as the FBI. They've been a tremendous help to us, and we're just trying to resolve this issue so that we can get the young lady back home to her parents.
Tanya, any questions?
Well, I'm wondering, now, there's been a report about a ransom demand. Is that true, and how was that demand made? Was it communicated by phone? How was it communicated?
I have no idea. The first I've heard of that was through other media outlets here locally. I have not been made aware of that by my superiors here, so I couldn't say how that came about.
May I ask you if there's anything that you could say to these 2 suspects to get them to turn her in? Because if there's anything that you could say to these 2 suspects to get them to turn her in, you know, to really amplify how less trouble they will be in if she is found safely, what would you say to those 2 suspects right now?
Well, right now, all we're saying is that we just want them to return the young lady home safely to her parents. We just want this to end peacefully, and we're just going to continue to search diligently for them. Of course, you know, this is just a hideous crime, and it's very serious when you enter into someone's home and abduct their child, or abduct anyone for that matter. And they need to know the severity of the crimes that they've committed and try and make it easy by just turning the child in and let us get her back home safely to her parents.
Sergeant Hughes, thanks so much. We want to hear more from the neighbors in that neighborhood.